This is our home, a blue oasis in the infinite dark. But what if, in a single instant, it simply vanished?
Imagine that, in the very next second, our entire planet simply disappears. No warning, no explosion, just gone. For billions of years, Earth has traveled silently through space, carrying every ocean, every mountain, and every living creature we have ever known. From space, our world seems timeless, peaceful, almost eternal. But what if, in the very next heartbeat, everything changed forever? In a single pulse of time, it is gone. Not destroyed, not consumed, simply no longer there. And then, the impossible happens. In a single instant, Earth is simply gone. But the universe doesn't stop. The stars still shine, the sun still burns, and the moon continues its silent journey. Without Earth's gravity, the moon would no longer have a planet to orbit. It would quietly begin a new journey around the sun. High above where Earth once existed, one spacecraft continues forward, carrying people who have no idea their entire world is gone. The view they had seen thousands of times had vanished. Outside the window, there was only silence and empty space. The crew reaches out to Earth, again and again, but every transmission disappears into the silence, with no voice ever answering.
Within minutes, humanity's greatest outpost becomes the loneliest place ever built, drifting through a universe that no longer remembers its home.
From the sun's perspective, one orbit has fallen completely silent. The path remains, but the planet that once followed it is gone. The sun never pauses. It keeps burning with unimaginable power, as though nothing at all has happened. Gravity remembers where Earth once traveled, but the solar system continues its endless dance around the sun. Surprisingly, the other planets continue their journeys almost exactly as before. Earth's disappearance barely disturbs the solar system. From millions of kilometers away, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. Every planet remains, except the one we once called home. Even the ancient asteroid belt continues its endless journey, almost completely unaware that an entire world has disappeared. Far beyond the missing Earth, Jupiter still commands the outer solar system, its colossal gravity shaping the paths of countless worlds.
Billions of kilometers from where Earth once existed, Saturn continues its timeless journey, wrapped in the most magnificent rings of our solar system.
Even here, on a frozen moon nearly 1 billion miles from the sun, towering fountains of ice continue to erupt, completely unaware that Earth is gone. Nearly 3 billion kilometers from the sun, tilted onto its side, it silently circles the sun in one of the strangest journeys in our solar system. At the edge of the giant planets lies Neptune. The rhythm of the solar system continues, untouched by Earth's disappearance. Beyond Neptune begins from the birth of our solar system. Here, billions of icy objects continue their silent journey through space. Pluto marks one of the last known worlds on the edge of our solar system, more than 5 billion kilometers its slow orbit, completely unchanged by Earth's disappearance. Beyond Pluto lies the scattered disk, a distant realm where ancient icy worlds follow long, unpredictable paths around the sun. Even at this remote frontier, far beyond Pluto and the scattered disk lies the Oort cloud. Even here, Earth's disappearance leaves this distant realm almost completely unchanged. Our entire solar system, including the missing Earth. From this incredible distance, the disappearance of one planet becomes almost impossible to notice. Our galaxy is not alone. The Milky Way belongs to the Local Group, a family of dozens of galaxies slowly bound together by gravity across millions of light years. Beyond our Local Group, galaxies gather into enormous clusters linked across the universe by the cosmic web. On this unimaginable scale, This is the observable universe, within its 100 billions of galaxies. The disappearance of one small planet called Earth leaves the universe completely unchanged. Even after Earth disappears, sunlight does not stop. The light already leaving the sun continues its journey, passing through the empty orbit where our planet once existed. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, no information travels faster than light. Even the change caused by Earth's disappearance cannot spread instantly through space. About 8 minutes after Earth disappears, its final gravitational influence has passed beyond this region of space. Yet the sun continues shining almost exactly as before. Our greatest achievement was never becoming the largest or the strongest. It was our endless to ask questions, to seek answers, and to keep exploring the unknown. Even after Earth is gone, our story continues to travel through space, and spacecraft signal already sent into the universe keeps moving outward at the speed of light. About 4 years later, Earth's oldest radio signals reach Alpha Centauri. Continue onward, carrying silent evidence that humanity once existed. With Earth gone forever, the Moon begins a new existence. No longer bound to our planet, it continues orbiting the Sun alone, carrying the silent memory of the world it once circled.
Millions of years pass. The Moon continues its lonely orbit around the Sun, while the gravity of neighboring planets slowly reshapes its path across the solar system.
Nearly 5 billion years pass. As the Sun exhausts the hydrogen in its core, it slowly begins transforming into a red giant, expanding across the inner solar system. Mercury becomes the first planet to disappear. As the red giant Sun continues expanding, its smallest companion is slowly swallowed by the star that once gave it light. Venus soon follows the same fate. Its atmosphere is stripped away, its surface melts beneath unimaginable heat, and the expanding red giant quietly claims another world. Billions of years later, the Sun expands into the region where Earth once orbited. But even the space it once occupied is finally reclaimed by the dying star. Farther from the Sun, Mars survives. As the Sun loses mass, the planet slowly drifts, but beneath the swollen red giant, it has become a very different world. As the dying Sun loses more of its mass, even the outer solar system slowly responds. Asteroids drift outward, and Jupiter begins a wider journey around the fading star. Beyond Jupiter, Saturn continues its silent journey. Its magnificent rings still circle the giant planet, while billions of years of change slowly farther from the fading Sun. Even at the frozen frontier of the solar system, Uranus and Neptune endure. As the Sun slowly loses mass, these distant worlds drift farther outward. At the end of its life, the Sun does not explode. Instead, it gently releases its outer layers into space, creating while its brilliant core becomes a white dwarf. The colorful nebula survives for only a brief moment in cosmic history. As it slowly fades into interstellar space, billions of years later, our entire solar system becomes just one faint point of light among hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way. Its story is almost impossible to find. The Milky Way is not alone. It is one of more than 80 galaxies, and even here, the disappearance of Earth remains far too small to change the universe around it. Beyond the local group, galaxies gather into enormous clusters, linked across the universe by vast cosmic filaments. Together, they form the cosmic web. We have reached the limit of the observable universe. Beyond this horizon, light has simply not had enough time to reach us since the universe began, can currently see. We may occupy only a tiny corner, yet from that tiny corner, we have learned to look across billions of light years, some of the greatest questions ever imagined. Among countless galaxies, one spiral galaxy becomes familiar once again. This is the Milky Way, the galaxy that has quietly been our home for billions of years. Among the hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way, one ordinary star became our home. We call it the Sun. We have returned to our solar system. Mercury still circles the Sun. Venus continues its journey. But where Earth once completed its orbit, there is only silence. With Earth disappeared not only mountains and oceans, but every story, every dream, every discovery, and every generation that ever called this small world home. Even in this imagined future, one part of humanity continues its journey. Our discoveries, our questions, and the signals we sent into space keep traveling among the stars. From one small planet, we uncovered the laws of gravity, explored distant galaxies, revealed black holes, and began to understand the story of the universe itself. Earth's orbit still exists. Every year, this empty path completes another silent journey around the sun, and every human life is gone. The universe never stands still. Even as some worlds fade into history, new stars are born, new planets begin to form, and new stories quietly await their sunrise. Every planet begins as drifting dust and gas, slowly shaped by gravity over millions of years. From these quiet beginnings, entirely new worlds can emerge. Somewhere among the countless stars, another world may one day become a place where oceans form, skies clear, and someone, perhaps, looks upward. The universe is not only a place to observe, it is a story still being written, and every generation is invited to explore the next chapter. Perhaps our greatest place in the universe is not defined by where we are, but by our willingness to wonder, to discover, and to never stop asking what lies beyond. And perhaps that is the greatest of all, because every answer reveals a new question, and understanding the universe.